let's talk about something that's getting, well, really complicated. We're diving into the world of online dating, but with a twist. We're looking at how artificial intelligence is being weaponized to not just break hearts, but to completely drain bank accounts. And just to set the stage, let's start with a number. In 2024, romance scams cost people in the US over $1.3 billion. Yeah, that's billion with a B. It's a staggering amount of money, and it shows you just how devastating these scams can be. But honestly, the money's only one part of the story. You see, the whole game is changing. We all know about the classic catfish, right? Someone using another person's photos. But that's old news. What happens when the person you're messaging, the one who just gets you, was never real in the first place? And that brings us right here to the AI romance scam. This isn't just about grabbing a few pictures off Instagram anymore. No, criminals are now using this whole suite of powerful AI tools to build completely fake people from scratch, personas designed for one reason and one reason only: to manipulate you. It's so important to understand that this is a huge leap forward for scammers. This isn't just an old trick with some new tech. We're looking at a totally new kind of fraud, one that's designed to get around all the old warning signs we were taught to look for. So think about it. All those old red flags, they're basically useless now. You know, the weird grammar or awkward phrasing from a scammer who wasn't a native English speaker? Gone. AI chatbots write perfectly, with all the right emotional cues. And that trick of doing a reverse image search on a photo doesn't work. The AI just generates a totally unique person who doesn't exist anywhere else online. And you know what? These new methods are incredibly convincing. Research from McAfee found that 1 out of every 4 people on dating apps has already been hit up by an AI chatbot. And maybe even crazier, 1 in 3 people admit that they probably couldn't tell the difference. This stuff is that good. So how exactly are they pulling this off? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the AI Scammers Toolkit. These are the digital weapons they're using to build these incredibly detailed lies. First up, the visuals. Deepfake tech lets them create entire photo albums, a whole life, for someone who has never existed. But it gets so much worse. They can use the same technology to have a fake video call with you, creating a moving, talking version of their made-up person, just to build that extra layer of trust. Next, you've got the conversation. These advanced AI chatbots can keep up perfect, emotionally intelligent conversations 24/7. But the real game changer here is scale. A single scammer, armed with this AI, can now juggle dozens, even hundreds of these fake relationships all at the same time. It's a numbers game for them. And finally, there's the voice. Voice cloning technology has gotten scarily good and scarily easy to use. All a scammer needs is just a few seconds of audio, maybe from a video you posted on social media, and they can create a synthetic version of a voice. They can then use that for phone calls or voice messages, making the whole illusion feel even more real. And these tools, they have absolutely devastating real-world consequences. Just look at the story of Beth Hyland. She was completely convinced by deepfake videos that she was in a relationship with a French man. She ended up taking out loans and sending him $26,000 before she discovered that he and their entire relationship was a complete fabrication. The money is awful, but that emotional trauma, that's often so much worse. Okay, so now that we know what we're up against, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the solution. How can you protect yourself? Because even with all this fancy technology, there are still patterns, still behaviors you can learn to spot. It really breaks down pretty clearly when you put them side by side. A real connection? It takes time. An AI scam, though, it moves at lightning speed. You get these professions of love in just a few days. A real person will be excited to meet you. A scammer will always have an excuse. And here's a weird one. The AI conversations can almost feel too perfect, you know? They're missing the little quirks and typos of a real human chat. And here are a few more really specific things to keep an eye on. If you're on a video call, watch for strange things, like if they seem unnaturally still or won't turn their head. That can be a tell for a cheap deepfake. Also, check their profile. Is it brand new with almost no activity? Big red flag. But the ultimate, the absolute #1 non-negotiable red flag is this: any request for money. That's your signal to shut it all down. And please, don't think this is some small niche problem. Experts estimate that there will be 8 million deepfakes circulating online next year. And these aren't just one-off scammers. A single organized crime ring in Hong Kong using this exact tech managed to steal over $46 million. This is organized crime on a global scale. So now, let's get really practical. Let's talk about the concrete, actionable steps you can take to protect yourself, to protect both your heart and your wallet. First, you've got to verify. If you're on a video call, ask them to do something specific and a little weird, like touch their ear or turn their head all the way to the side. A simple deepfake can't handle that. Second, talk to your friends and family. An outside perspective is priceless. Third, just slow down. Real relationships don't happen overnight. And finally, the golden rule. Never, ever send money. I don't care what the story is, just don't. But what if you think you're already caught in this? Okay, first, don't panic. Here is your action plan. Step 1, cut off all communication immediately. Step 2, do not send another dime, even if they promise to pay you back. Report the scam to the authorities, the FTC, the FBI. Alert your bank. And then document everything, every message, every transaction. And please, find someone to talk to. The feeling of being betrayed like this is huge. Ultimately, your best defense against all this technology is to remember what a real connection actually is. It's built over time, through shared experiences, and eventually through meeting in person. No matter how good the AI gets, it can't fake the messy, beautiful, authentic reality of actually getting to know another person face to face. And all of this leaves us with a really big, looming question for our future. As this AI tech becomes basically indistinguishable from reality, the entire idea of online trust is going to be put to the test. How will we prove who's real? How will we know who or what is on the other side of that screen? It's a question we're all going to have to grapple with.